Peace from the Midwest. Shalom, my people. How y'all doing? Many thoughts here. Just a few, just today, anyways. I just wanted to holler. I ain't check in for a minute. I've been really trying to deal with life and life circumstances, situations, bills, all that stuff. Work, keep us in bondage, so it's not, like you said, you got to grab when you can grab the time, that type of stuff, to be able to, spit a little bit, talk a little bit, share a little bit, that type thing. So with that, let me see. First thought is really Amber Guyger. That's been on my mind. The police officer in Texas that shot somebody, shot their brother in the house. You know what I mean? In his own house. Not breaking no laws, not doing nothing but eating some ice cream. Somebody came in, opened up your door and shot you dead, and then say they was feared for their life. They was scared that you was in their apartment. Come to find out they made a mistake, came to your apartment and killed your ass. It's like, yo, man, I don't even know what to say, man. She done got, sentenced to 10 years, dude. 10 years, man. And I think about all the run-ins with Neanderthals and white supremacists, race soldier cops. All the ones I done ran into throughout my lifetime, even, being a young man, being picked up and brought down to the train tracks to be beat by police officers in front of their girlfriends and stuff while they laugh and stuff just for the hell of it, and then let you go and shit all beat up. It's like, it's just amazing, man. It's amazing that we as a people want to continue to love injustice, love wrong, love our own oppression and our own bondage. I don't get that other than what I know through research, So with that, it's like, it's terrible, man. Here it is, 10 years. You get 10 years as a black man just selling marijuana on the street corner, man. You know what I mean? And you can murder somebody as a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman and get 10 years with the chance to argue for less time. That's like, wow, man. Who that's a melanated brother or sister that can run up on somebody and shoot them because they thought they was in the wrong spot. Because they thought they was in their spot. Just imagine, dude. Imagine you got a car and you see somebody in that car and you run over there, open up the door and shoot the person in your car, and then come to find out it's not your car. It's a car that looked like yours, and the guy that was in the car is his car, and your car was right next to it. Just imagine murdering somebody like that. And then justifying it. It's not right, man. It's not right. They talk about Eric Garner, Mike Brown, and Emmett Till was one of the real first you can possibly imagine. You got Trayvon Martin. You got many. These is just publicized, victims here that actually been put on mainstream. But there've been many, man. There've been many, man, that's swept under the rug, quiet as kept. Many that got guns planted next to them, just like y'all watched in the movies in the 90s and the 80s and stuff. Many, man. And ain't nothing changed. It ain't a disconnect. It's a reality in America for our people, connected to a race and a nation and a culture of people who don't give a fuck about us, man. Who never gave a fuck about us. Whose whole intention was to never, ever, ever see us as humans, man. To come demonize, take, use, and destroy us as much as they can possibly do that, man. And that been the story. Yeah, so excuse me. Like I told my man, it's tough, man. You in the home and stuff. I had to step away for a minute, so excuse me. And somebody come kill you, yo. Man, I done been tased in my own home, man. Tased in my own home when they didn't even know it was my home, dude. And I watched them dudes thinking I'm knocked out, laid out, can't move and shit, because they hit me too many times on the phone talking to their supervisors on what they gonna do, because at the end of the day, they came for a burglary and I was in my own home with my ID in my pocket saying I lit it. No doubt, my peoples. It happens to all of us. These are the things that where ain't no cameras around, ain't no motherfucking media around, so therefore no justice be done. Ain't no lawsuits, no nothing. Nobody go to jail. You get used and abused, man. And how they choose to write shit up is how it's gonna be in court. That's just the reality to that, man. Reality to that. You wonder why a person like me or many other people can be mad. Man, I got a grown child. I got grown children, man. I got a grown ass boy, 22 years old, man. You think I want to feel that hurt? Because these sorry ass Neanderthal ass Caucasian so-called white people is running around with fake ass motherfucking Halloween costumes on, calling them motherfucking uniforms for motherfucking law. Come and kill your kid, man. Come on, man. Stop playing. And you can't get no justice. Not to mention all the black cops that's there. We can't get policed by our own people. We got to keep getting oppressed by their people. It's like, dude, these politicians and these so-called wealthy blacks and these so-called black leaders, man, they losers, man. They losers, man. Can't no rabbit love a snake, man. Can't no rabbit love a snake, man. No matter what the snake got to offer, no matter what the snake do for you, no matter what the snake can bring you to, can't no rabbit love a snake. You gonna get ate, and your children gonna get ate, and your children gonna be the food for those snakes. Now we hear what they inherit us after their forefathers done killed and molested and raped and dogged and demonized and robbed and burned and hung and lynched and all sorts of, even ate and made leather sneakers and clothes out of our people. We hear what they inherit us, still doing this shit to us, calling it justified, finding motherfucking ways to justify themselves. And then they try to isolate it. Like it just happened over here. Oh, it just happened over there. This ain't something that's recurring. Eric Gardner ain't something that's reoccurring. All this is reoccurring. Emmett Till, Eric Gardner, Trayvon Martin, all these things are reoccurring. Because they are of continuance of everyday life for us. Everyday life. All of us got some type of horror story from running into these Neanderthal, white supremacist, so-called race soldier ass cops. We all got some sort of story. Rich, poor, you name it. But yet still, this is how we gonna get down. This is how we gonna get down. Like I told my man, even heart disease is warfare. A heart attack is your heart attacking you. Warfare. But because we don't understand what war is and how we under these warfares, we can't combat them. So we walk around mad every day because we all backed in corners and all tied up and can't make moves and can't live life to the fullest with this one body, one life we got. And we angry at each other based off of shit that's being done to us by a system that came and said they openly robbed, stole, killed, raped, and enslaved us. They call it law. Law. Call me what you want, but it's called law. Y'all want to follow it, but remember, they say law was what put your ass in shackles. Law was what made you a slave. Law was what killed, robbed, raped, and stole your land. Law. Caucasian law. What that got to do with you and I? When they got here, we had laws. They got paperwork and books and writings and paintings on us. They got mad pictures of us and mad drawings of us when they first got here. It wasn't no fake blonde, blue-eyed natives. We just not researching enough and fighting through enough American history to understand what really happened before they became Americans. That's 100. 100. Because before anybody get on your soil, they got to map out your soil on what's going on your soil and who's really on your soil and how it works. They didn't whitewash all that. They didn't turn everybody that was us into them. But with that reality, man, we got to wake up, man. We got to wake up. And I mean wake up like now, man. Like now. Because they ain't going to stop. You got to look forward, man. You got to look forward to the future. It's only going to get worse, man. It's only going to get worse. These people are back in their same wild, how you say, Neanderthal killer ways, man. And y'all got to wake up because y'all babies is on the line. Your grandbabies are on the line. For every one that they don't touch, it touched 200, 300, 400 of us. We got to wake up, man. 43% of our people right now is in prison. 43% of our nation trying to be this united nation with this destructive nation and their destructive culture done put 43% of our people in prison. And it's doing so well for them to where down they opening up private prisons where they making money off of it and sending your baby to prison. No country in the world put more prisoners that look like you and me in prison more than America. It's not my words. Anybody can get this information. The problem is, do we want the information? Because you know, when you get the information, you got to make a change. You got to do something about it. You got to do something about yourself. We're in trouble, guys. Every disease we got, don't y'all understand, dude, what they say? Don't y'all know what happened? These diseases ain't brand new. These diseases is old, man. I done came across research that say Ebola was back in the 1600s as well, man. Stop playing, man. You just gotta research. They lying. And it makes sense that they would lie on a national scale because they came to destroy us. They came to take and manipulate and use us for everything we can possibly put out to enhance them and make them better. At the same time, destroying us. When you read Christopher Columbus' journals and many others that came to the soil, they say we was the most healthiest, most beautifulest people on the planet, most honest, most upright, most intelligent people on the planet, man. And now we the most sick, most craziest, most nuttiest. They call us savages. We the face of crime and all this stuff in their community that they came and killed everybody and created. All of a sudden, the people that they enslaved is the worst people. All of a sudden, the people that they enslaved and killed off and raped, robbed, stole are the worst people on the soil than them. How do that happen? Or is it their media, their schools, their universities, their institutions, and their churches that done put all this rhetoric out here to make us look like that? Accepting it. No, man, that's not who we are. Even now, sidebar, we going into all these other weird culturistic cultures that don't got nothing to do with us. Even feelings today don't have to be controlled. We can just do as you will. Do as thy will is do as Satan will. And y'all dudes don't get it. I mean, y'all don't get it, man. You keep going to bed and going to sleep and dreaming and having dreams, but then think the spiritual world or when you leave here ain't real. Y'all better wake up, man. Wake up. Because when you wake up, don't you remember some of your dreams? When you wake up, don't some of the things you have done in your dreams be like real reality to you, but you've been laid, stretched out with your eyes closed? Man, stop playing with the spiritual world like the Creator ain't real. We ain't gonna always be like this. Real talk. So with that, man, all I can say is we're in trouble, man. We're in trouble. We're being attacked in all ways, man. The foods are poison. Just look up Dr. Sebi. I don't gotta lie. Or do I? Because at this time, anything that can wake you up and get you back on your deen, get you back on your hustle, get you back on your strength, get you back on your noble, get you back on your righteous, right path of loving and being down with yourself. If I got to do that, then hey, that's what it is. Because at the end of the day, We being lied to every single day, and for some reason it's okay. Wasn't okay to be homo when I was a child. Now all of a sudden I'm an adult with children, and I got to shut the fuck up, and it's okay. What happened to it being a sickness and helping our people get back right so they can be a part of the procreation of life with no hate and no malice towards them, but the actual upliftment of them and their reality of controlling one's feeling to be able to bring out a better person, a better people, to be able to procreate and bring more life and more loving and more smiles from the most beautifulest entities on the planet, which is our children. What has happened, man? You know, so this is many thoughts, man, and I always got many, because at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, we all hurting, but we're afraid to say we hurting. We all sick, and we're afraid to say what we're going through. We are supposed to learn from one another, and we can't learn from one another. We ain't gonna talk to one another. We ain't gonna acknowledge one another. We gonna love one another. Then what we gonna do? You can't go to another nation and love another nation and forget your nation, because eventually that nation gonna forget you. It's just what it is. And ain't no nation gonna ever embrace you 100, because at the end of the day, to embrace a darker hue 100 is to lose their race 100. We gotta wake up, y'all. Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, scared of a black planet. Got nothing, I mean, fear of a black planet. Got nothing to do with me, man. It's called research. I mean, it's people that have been doing these things for a minute, man. And we're not looking into it. We're not trying to understand where we're going as a whole, man. And we're going somewhere as a whole. This ain't no individual shit. It felt individual because they done divided us, separated us, and conquered our asses in many other ways than a little bit. But it ain't no individual shit. That's why you hear the Bushes, the Clintons, the Trumps, the Obamas. See, that's whole bloodlines they say when they speak like that. They talking about their whole bloodline, everybody, all the whole family. You just talking about your individual shit. You better wake up, man. We in trouble. Get educated, research, cross-reference, and ask many questions, and don't never settle for just one answer. Because there's only one truth. Find that truth, man. Find that truth. Because we're in trouble, man. We're in trouble. Nuclear war. You ready for that? Well, with the setup of way things going in America, don't look good, man. This Amber Guyger shooting, her trial, her time, that's nothing. Many more to come. But are you prepared? Are you prepared? See, as I talk right now, there are white militias, white supremacists, KK organizations, and many others that's tied to your government, tied to your courts, tied to your medical facilities, tied to all these things that you can't see nothing but whiteness. And they ain't gonna tell you who they are. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? I got many thoughts, man. But these thoughts are for you. Because at the end of the day, playtime is over with. We already stepped in the room. We just waiting for the big boom. Y'all, with that, y'all, got love for my people. Got love for other races. I just want my race to be straight. I like our culture. I like our swag. I like our walk. I like our hair. I like our tone. I like us. And with that, I need more of us to like us. Who don't like our hair don't like us as a whole. Who don't like our skin don't like us as a whole. Who don't like how I sound with the deep voice don't like us as a whole. And as we look to one another, as a whole, we stand. Because when we think and build and be that way, can't nobody destroy us in one day. Understand me. When we like each other, we do for each other. When we like each other, we look out for each other. These people done made movies, sitcoms, TV shows, and everything they can possibly imagine to keep us divided. Am I my brother's keeper? Well, when you in New Jack City, he'll shoot you in the face and say, no, he's not. These are psyops from Khazarian Jews who done took our identity, who make these movies and these different types of rhetorics against us to keep us in this fucked up mindset against each other. Don't you understand they control the curriculum in school too? The same people that control your movies, your news, and everything else? Why do they control all these things that go into your mind if they ain't trying to manipulate your motherfucking mind? Got nothing to do with me. I'm fighting every motherfucking thing I've been taught in my reality. Because it ain't helping reality. They didn't teach us to help reality. You see a bee come right now, you'll kill 30 of them. Even though the bee ain't do shit to you, it just flew around you. Probably wanted to land on you, invest, and keep riding, because a bee knows if he sting you, he got to die too. He ain't suicidal. But because they taught us to hate nature, hate the things around us, therefore we hate all the animals and insects as well, damn near too. We're scared of them. Don't know what they're gonna do to us. But we from nature. We the most created to nature than anything on the planet. We the indigenous aboriginals. We the indigenous endogenous people of the planet. We the melanated people of the planet. My skin hold melon like that tree right there hold melon. Don't you see the dirt? Even though it's rock dipping them cracks, it's dirt. It holds melon. And we sitting here questioning ourselves on who we are and what we supposed to be about and what we can do against a people that don't even match themselves to the earth that they stand on. I ain't never need nothing to come in the sun. Never in my whole life. Matter of fact, love the sun. Skin get hot, be laughing at it and shit. Yo, check that out, check it out. My skin feel like it's hotter than motherfucker. Yeah, man, damn, that's hot. But I ain't burning. Made for this shit. And now I'm dominated by a group and a race of people who ain't made for this shit. And I'm okay with it. Took me off of sandy beaches, took me off of places where mangoes and pineapples and all sorts of great stuff grew. And put me in a system to work for it now. While they stay rich on sandy beaches and I have to stay in ghettos they created fucking for us. Go figure. There's a lot of things to be mad at. But being mad at each other don't get us nowhere. We gotta figure out these solutions to these situations, man, that we under. We at war. And watch yourself, because you be the next Trayvon Martin. You be the next Mike Brown. You be the next Eric Garner. These people ain't playing. They out to get us. Go outside. Look outside your window. Look around. How many white cops do you see driving around your black community? And ask yourself, is it a picture straight from Slave Patrol? When Slave Patrol used to come around with their badges on, just like the cops got the same badges today, and do the same tactics to you back then to keep your ass on plantations and keep your ass from gathering and keep your ass from standing amongst each other or even communicating in groups. Ask yourself, is they doing the same exact tactics to this day? And then go your ass to the suburbs. And then ask yourself, do you see those same cops out there doing the same thing in them white suburbs? Shit, you might get lucky. You can go to some middle-class black suburbs and you won't see the cops doing the same thing they do to their brothers and sisters that they do in the inner cities, like trash, treat us like dirt, treat us like savages, like your presidents, your politicians, and many other fake wealth white people who stole wealth from the backs of our forefathers talk about us and what they say about us. It's a lot of wealthy black people. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But most of those wealthy black people came through contracts from those white people. And that money be tainted sometimes, a lot of times, because they can't make moves that they want to make because they're under contract. They can't say what they want to say because they're under contract, and it'll change the whole life that the white cracker just gave them, or the Neanderthal just gave them, with no disrespect. But with that, man, got mad love, and I always say that. I mean, it's no time to hate races because we're too busy hating ourselves. It's time to stop hating ourselves and start studying what's going on with the other races when they come to ourselves. And then we can make a solid judgment on what's really going on with ourselves. Because right now, we're under attack. We've been under attack. And we gotta come out of that. We got to. Our culture is a beautiful culture. It brings beauty to the world. Our music and the different styles that we carry brings beauty to the world. Our talents and abilities bring beauty to the world. And then they get corrupted through Hollywood, get corrupted through their system, become demonic to our own people. Rap was uplifting one time. Hip hop was uplifting. It moved people into a positive way, moved people into a positive dimension. And then when it got took over by the Khazarian Jews, we ended up niggas, gangsters, pimps, hoes, bitches, and many other fucked up savages and things that we can possibly think under the fucking sun. One barrel of hip hop when hip hop had many barrels. So it's like, we just got to take back who we are, man. Take back our wealth. We is the wealth of America. Just think about the justice system, the judicial system, because it ain't no justice, the law system. Just think about it. We are those jobs for the Caucasian. He comes, he police our communities. Probation is all through our communities. Parole are through our communities. Prisons based off and built on the backs of our men. These programs that they send you to are all based on what they haven't been doing to us, thus giving them jobs to continue to do this stuff to us. When drugs was implemented into our communities to stop the Black Panthers and many others, look at the jobs that was opened up for Europeans to become counselors and psychiatrists over you on something that they implemented in your community to destroy you, for them to be able to do this stuff to you. Now they get money off of it, living fabulous lives off of it on the backs of you. On the backs of you. So now if you're on drugs, they got NA meetings, AA meetings, RA meetings, CBA meetings, you name it, to get you off. And when you get there, it's gonna be them getting paid to take care of what they fucked up on you. But no reparations, huh? No restorations for us. But we keep enduring what's going on. So with that, y'all, Amber Guyger got 10 years for walking up in the home and shooting a brother while he's eating some ice cream in his home. Never broke the law. Never been in prison, never been arrested. Just a regular, everyday citizen, so-called citizen, because you're not, you're the other. But here with us, our people, in this fucked up ass society, living this life, get gunned down by a crazed so-called police officer who didn't know where she was at the time. So she thought she was being robbed, so she decided she was going to kill somebody. A trained officer who's trained in the art of shooting a gun, who goes to a gun range to learn how to shoot specific areas of a body, who couldn't shoot somebody that was unarmed in a house that she was unlawfully in an arm or a leg, to see who that person was. She didn't even try. She didn't even try. Not to mention after she shot that brother, she didn't even try to save his life. But y'all want to keep believing in these people. But just imagine what you would have done. Just imagine. Our people, we're hugging her in the courtroom with all this love. But there was no love for that brother when he was laying on that ground bleeding out. No love. You know where that love come from? It comes from the whip. When the kidnapper, so-called master, used to whip you on your back, wham, 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 beat you half to death. You know what they used to say to you after that? You forgive me, boy? You love me, boy? And you know what our forefathers used to say? Yes, sir, master, sir. We loves you. Yes, sir, master, sir. We forgives you. And that's just what y'all just seen when that brother hugged that woman for killing his brother eating ice cream in his own home. That's just what you seen when a judge sentenced a blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman to 10 years in prison after murdering her brother. Hug her as if she deserves some love for being a murderer. Our people, man. Our people. They done beat us, divided us, changed us, manipulated us, and recreated us. Much love, many thoughts. What are yours? Peace, peace.